Right, I'm filming at home today because I've got the day off, which is nice. But this is the LG UN81, one model up from the UN73 that I've already done, and that's my cat coming in there to bother me. This is the 55-inch model. It's a 4K IPS HDR display, so we'll get the box open, get it out and have a look at it. Pablo. I know. Okay, I'll just lean the box over. We'll also mention as well, I've got a tape measure. This has got a wide central stand that we can't see the picture of because the cat's in the way. So I'll timestamp in the description when and where I measure this central base. I just lean the box forward there. We can see in the top straight away figure 8 right angle mains lead. We'll look at closely in a moment. So, bits of polystyrene out of the top. That is the central base itself, which I'll just pop down there. Instruction book and remote pack. That is the television. Nothing else in the box. That's the screen itself, which we'll get a close-up of in a moment, and I'll just pop to the side. Okay, looking at the accessories included, starting with the pedestal stand, half crescent design. Just get it all opened out eventually. Okay, so we can see it's a grey plastic, almost sort of brushed effects, and the cat, come out the way, boy. Come on, out the way. Okay, so grey plastic brush design there. I think this attaches straight to the TV itself with these four. We'll have a close-up of that as well when we come to it, the through holes there. So metal underneath. Figure 8 mains lead. Right angled connector into the TV, UK mains plug, onto the instruction book and remote. Magic remote included with this as well, which I'll get a close-up of in a moment. So that's the magic remote there. Only things left, some long M5 maybe, M6 machine screws. Does it tell us? No, it doesn't. There for the pedestal base. Instruction books. And batteries. So I like a cable tidy there that clips into the back of the TV. Wrap it around, keep your cables nice and neat and down the back of the stand. Cable management part there, that is for the back of the pedestal stand if that shows up, put it on there. Okay, have a look at the pedestal base, which I've still got to hand. That will clip into there like so. You can just feed the cables down the back and retain them. Oops, there we go. AA batteries for the remote. So owner's manual, registrating and so on. Rakuten and some other bits and bobs there. Okay, close up of the LG Magic remote. So on off at the top, standby on off for your set top box there. Channel numbers, channel list, subtitles and audio description, volume up and down, channels up and down, mute. That is the voice command button there. Settings, home, you've got the scrolly wheel and cursor arrows up, down, left and right. Back button, that's the input buttons for HDMIs, etc. Guide button, quick access Netflix, Prime, Rakuten or USB, whatever's under the movies. Play and pause, with play and pause, left and right, or fast forward or skip backwards and forwards there on those left and right cursor arrows. Flip it over and in the back, that's where your AA batteries go. Okay, TV is laid on a large flat surface. So I've got the screws out of the screw pack there. Pedestal base, as we saw earlier. So we can see we've got these through holes here. Looking more closely at the back of there, we can see those 4 threaded holes as described earlier. 2 slots there. On the pedestal, 2 slots and the through holes here. So this basically locates above and slides down into those slots. That's it. Okay, so we can see those 4 holes there. I'll quickly just put the screws in and then I'll wind them in on fast forward. Okay, so that's the 4 holes there in. I'm just lighting it up with my torch, my lighting's a bit bad in here. We can feel nice and solid in there. That's good to go. Close up of those connections on the back, so you can see we've got digital audio optical out, wide internet LAN in, USB 2, HDMI's 3 and 4 there. Then coming down we've actually still got component and composite legacy connections. Satellite in for FreeSat or free to view sat, aerial antenna. Okay, so looking at the side connections, USB 1 in, HDMI 2 is audio return channel, HDMI 1 as well, and PCMCIA card slot reader there. Okay, looking at the back from the distance, we can just see down here we've got the figure 8 mains input and a VESA mount there using M6 screws, so probably 10 or 20mm M6 screws will be good enough for that, and it's a 300 square VESA mount. When I do the dimensions for the pedestal, I'll get a dimension from the bottom of the TV to the lowest VESA hole if it helps anybody out. And it's got a large metal backing on there. Okay, so that is the assembled TV stood up on its crescent stand. We'll measure it in a moment. I'll just get a quick look around it. So it is quite thick from up above, depending if you're going to wall mount it or have it on a stand, it may not matter. And a quick look again at the back. Okay there, so we can see how narrow that bezel is there, and it's pretty much flush with the screen. Excuse my dirty hand marks. Cool. And then towards the bottom we've got that brushed silver portion as well. Okay, we'll get the dimensions for this wide central stand. So at its widest point there, 81.5 centimetres or 32 inches wide. And from the back of it to the widest point, I'd say it's about 11 inches, maybe 11.5 inches and 29 centimetres. From whatever it stood on to the bottom of the TV, 7.5 centimetres or just under 3 inches. And just a quick one, a reference point to anybody. From the bottom of the TV to the first VESA hole is 17 centimetres. Like I say, that VESA mount is 300mm square. And if it matters to anybody, most 55-inch TVs are roughly the same width. That is 123.5 centimetres or 48 inches wide. Right, TV is now connected with wide internet mains and my Sky Q box, also aerial. I'll turn it on. OK. So England and UK, I'm not going to set up for store mode, I'll just say next. Tells me Ethernet connected, which is my wide internet. HDMI1 is connected, so I shall say next again. Terms and conditions, next. So terms of use, and information, voice information, I'll say yes for now, I'll leave it at that. Okay, next. So I've got a wide aerial going into it as well as the Sky Q box, so I should say TV and set-top box, Sky Q being the set-top box. Next. Postcode, so just for regional programming. Next. So this is going to scan the airwaves now to tune in the whatever comes from the aerial signal, so we'll cut and skip this bit. Okay, so it's done. It's given me a message there. It's picked up multiple regions on my terrestrial aerial. Say okay, country is UK, first region England, second region, very important, that's where your aerial is facing, not where the signals are being picked up, so my strongest signal there is Yorkshire. Third region Leeds, done. Okay, this option is to set up a universal remote control for set-top box, Blu-ray player, etc. It can be useful sometimes. I prefer not to when it's my Sky Q, because if I'm using my Sky Q, I want to use the Sky remote that came with it. So I shall say next. And quickly there, you've got some QR codes there where you can download your apps and so on. So scan the QR code, should take you to Play Store or the iPhone App Store. Next. And there you can install some apps as well, so LG channels, over the internet channels from LG, BBC iPlayer there, catch up from the BBC, Now TV, some Sky channels and so on you can subscribe to, Prime Video if you've got an Amazon Prime account, and I shall close that there. You can get those from the LG content store as well. So this has come on, that's straight out of the box settings there, looks nice and bright and colourful. One thing mentioned by someone on another video, I forget the name, is to turn off the eco mode on the picture, which is a good point. So that's now on standard. Just to make sure there's no energy saving on there as well. All settings, energy saving, there we go, off. So energy saving, reducing backlights in certain areas to save power. It's probably not worth it and it will sacrifice picture quality. So I'm just going to turn the audio, the sound up here to have a listen to the speakers.
It was a quibble here and a quibble there about the election. Look, if you're going to overturn what seems to be coming, which is potentially a Biden victory in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Georgia, possibly Arizona, although that's going to be much tighter, then you surely are needing to prove that there has been systematic fraud on a wide scale that has affected the outcome of the election. Not to say that maybe one or two people voted illegally here and one or two people didn't vote there and we weren't able to get observers close enough in Philadelphia. That doesn't seem to me to be the kind of full-throated defence that you might have anticipated. And that plays into what Cathy was saying, that there are constitutional lawyers who are struggling to see the merit of the Trump case.
Just check my Q picture settings, see what it picks up.
I put a tweet out to that effect and someone texted me to say, yeah, I read it exactly the same way. This feels like the lawyers know that there is no great merit.
And it tells me there I've got 2160 10-bit capability.
Are going through the motions. So, and I think the other important thing to note about where we are at the moment, you can't over-exaggerate the extent of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered by Democrats after what happened in 2000 in Florida, when there was a feeling that they let they were too quiet and acquiescent, and they let George W. Bush dictate the narrative that I'm just waiting to be president, it's all very formal, don't worry, I am going to win. And eventually Al Gore concedes after a long battle, but concedes very graciously.
Okay, so I'm just going to go into the settings and see if we've got an inbuilt retail demo in 4K somewhere.
When it seemed that Joe Biden wasn't doing very well, he comes out and says, yeah, you know what, it's looking like that. And I think the moment he gets to 270, he is going to act as if this is a done deal, it's full steam ahead.
So made the picture settings horrible instantly, but don't worry, we just want the retail demo.
Whatever Donald Trump is doing, I think he's going to treat as distracting noise.
Nice demo. Anything else? Okay. So they look really awesome on those demos, I thought, but they are bright demos, so I will put a dark demo on as well, to be fair, and I'll dim my lights as well. And just before that, let's go back to home mode.
You've got a tight coterie, fiercely loyal, who will die in the last ditch, and you've got other people who are just putting a bit more distance between themselves and the president.
John Sopel, fascinating times. Thank you very much for being there and continuing to give us the benefit of your wisdom about White House politics and beyond.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is back to Freeview HD. So this is running from my Sky Q box on a 1080 channel, well 1080i I think it is, but it does look quite good.
Over the last few days, he's already been getting his coronavirus briefings. He's already been making statements to the nation, not just to his party and to his supporters, urging people to be calm, really sort of adopting the mantle already as president-elect, which a lot of Trump supporters and a lot of... Jane, I guess Joe Biden can afford to play the long game. He's been...
Right, and that was that. So onto the home mode. Press the home button on the remote control. Comes up at the bottom there, some adverts to the left, search, home dashboard, Tells me my source there, TV Sky Q. So I've also got Freeview built in, which I'm not using at the minute. LG Content Store, I can download more apps. Some examples above, like BBC Sounds, BritBox, I can see YouTube over there, etc. Now TV, Netflix, BBC iPlayer, Rakuten, Prime, Disney Plus, Sky Store, Apple TV, so you've also got Apple AirPlay, you've got Chromecast built in from Android, or Apple TV and your Apple mirroring services there to mirror your phone screen to the TV. Sports Alert, web browser, phone and video, music, Alexa built in. I think you can also use Google Home or Google Voice Assistant services. To the content store, I shall have to download YouTube. Okay, so quickly installing YouTube there. Okay. All I'm going to do here, quick demo off my home channel. We'll have a look at something with some dark scenes. I've got an LG one. Cool. Okay, so back to normal TV.
We're going to go over the details again of where we stand on the vote counts.
So I'll turn that down because we're just having whinging about the election. So all in all, that's a pretty cool TV, I think. It retails for around the £500 mark in the UK. You will get some backlight bleeding because it is a backlit TV, but all in all, I mean, on the bright stuff it looked awesome, and on the 4K I thought it looked awesome. So I shall call that it for now. Good.